One last heat in round 4 of the boys. Samuel Pupo is the surfer in red. He's coming in hot from Brazil. Allan from Barbados is a surfer in blue. And Barron Mamiya, he is the surfer in white, and he's representing Hawaii.
Times here as we see Barron having a look at this first one, a right-hander.
Yeah, he seems to find these big ones straight off the bat every time. A lot of his heats, I'm sure it's his strategy to go out and start strong, but it's easy to have a strategy. It's a lot harder to execute.
That's right.
And he seems to be doing it. But
as we see Sammy Pupo now on the outside.
Yeah, on his backhand, just a flat wave so far. He'll be sticking with it, hoping that it stands up onto the inside. Now he starts whipping out some turns. And he's not done yet. One last little blast as the backwash gets all kinds of funky on the inside. Start for the Hawaiian. Here's the replay, Brad.
Yeah, almost a carbon copy from his last heat. The opening face turn, the power gouge back into the power source, and finishes strong, just flicking the tail out, and that closeout re-entry of 5.67 locked in for Big Strong again. There's a couple of surfers up, splitting this peak. We saw Sammy Pupo also lock in his first wave. We're waiting on that score to be tied around 4 p.m. And this is Allan's tail end of his wave. Nice big vertical backhand attack. The man with the best accent in the business. And 2 big turns on his backhand there. And then, of course, wide Barron Mamiya had a little left-hander as well in that flurry of exchanges. Really like Barron's approach in this event. He's got a great mixture of old-school power and new-school flair. And this is Sammy Pupo's first wave. Also a left-hander, so everybody getting really busy. Like you said, Benzie, that one didn't stand up in the beginning, but enabled him to get 2 little turns on the inside here before the backwash came and finished this ride for him. So everybody on the board, just waiting on those scores to...
Exactly, that's the dream.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. That's Finn McGill.
Cheers, JJ. Cheers, Finn McGill, as Sam Pupo gets to work on the inside. I think the WSL might have a new amp.
So we haven't really seen a really solid 2-turn combination, but speaking of 2-turn combinations, this is Sammy Pupo on his last wave, his second wave for him. Getting 2 nice big backhand cracks. He's going to use his priority to go left.
Yeah, he's coming from a long way behind the peak. Still hasn't got out on any open face, just 2 turns there for Allan.
Yeah, I wonder if he made the right decision to go left there. He had a look and there was a surfer down the line, and I think he felt like he had to go that way.
All right, here goes Sam Pupo. He's aiming for the sky. Didn't quite time his takeoff to perfection there. Looked like he had a little bobble right before he...
We'll have a look as it comes in. This is the exchange. You could see Sammy was having a look, but he was way behind the section. He has so much bump and a lump on that face. And
well, looks like we've got a split peak. It is Allan listening to Brad Bricknell's advice and getting stuck in on his backhand. Unfortunately, the wave doesn't cooperate. And on the other side of the peak, also on his backhand, Barron Mamiya putting in some work. Hopefully we can get it.
He wasn't feeling it. This is Mamiya now. The Hawaiian on his backhand. Found something down the line, getting a bit of projection over that first section. Then comes off the bottom once, comes off the bottom twice. Big finish. So Mamiya now gaining momentum.
Doesn't want to cash his priority in. And here goes Sammy Pupo. He's coming from a long way back.
Oh, wow.
Up and over, big, vertical, crisp, crunching first turn. And repeats the dose. Only 2 turns, but they were 2 massive ones for the Brazilian. Now Allan uses his first priority. Drives hard off the bottom, up and over that section.
Good exchange.
And, this one is a very lively heat as we sneak down under Mamiya. Take off on his backhand. This is a solid-looking wall. And we know he's a very solid surfer. Whips that one around. Puts his hand on the deck, sort of 3 points of contact just to make sure of it. And then one last blast across the... a doozy of a number drop in for Sammy Pupo. Here's the replay of Barron's wave.
Yeah, Barron's one of his strong points has been his finishes. He's had the ability to open up strongly on a wave, link a few turns together. But look at that, another strong finish, getting that tail whipping all the way around. So a nice solid...
Sam Pupo, he's feeding off the energy. He just dropped a 9.4 for his last wave. And 2 big turns there as well. A little bit of a hair flick.
Up to that with under 4 minutes to go. This is that roll, and you can see a lot of bump he had to negotiate. But he came out into open face and cracked that one vertically. So much speed out of that turn, and a second similar maneuver. And he stomps that one down for a 9.40. Highest scoring wave of the day. Behind him, Allan.
Yep, this was a 5.1. Goes into his top 2, but still needs a 6.13.
There's another look.
Barron Mamiya dropping a big number right now. Plenty of water thrown by Sammy Pupo. that blackboard of his has been looking really deadly underfoot all week. It just demolishes that end section. And
see how all the
a
power was on his
9.4.
back foot there, Benzie. As he was coming through that section, he really had to jam that back foot, that tail into the wave so that he could negotiate as the wave sort of bottomed out and dropped. And great combination of surfing there. And then his backhand one, vertical up on the lip. 2 big smashes in a row. And this one's going to go better than his second scoring wave as well. So he's going to extend it.
Up against Kieran Pinkerton, followed by Taina Hinkle and Macy Callahan. That's round 4, heat 4.